And in the upper right of Concealed Hill from America, our red human player, it is CrunCher. And in the bottom left, our yellow Night Elf champion from Brazil, it is MysT. All right, Ricky, you think today is the day?
Oh, I'm
thinking gonna bleed his own blood.
You know what? You never know. But one thing I am thinking is MysT is pretty yoked, man. You see that profile picture he sent?
Ooh.
That guy is eating his bananas, and he's definitely lifting up some dumbbells. That guy is jacked out of his mind. Can he lift CrunCher and put him into the lower bracket? That is what we need to find out.
Yeah, maybe, dude. Egg whites, and keep me posted on your progress. He's looking real good, looking real swole, and he's going for the keeper. We keep talking about the Huntresses. Is that what we're gonna see? I want to see the classic Huntresses. That's what he beat Todd with. That's what we've known the America's Night Elves to do. Ricky, are we gonna see it? We're gonna see the cheese.
I mean, there's always room for cheese in this matchup, but we've seen a lot of Night Elf players do it. Sonic in particular likes to throw down that second AOW and Divide. But are we gonna see that from MysT? I'm not too sure. I'll be honest. I haven't seen much of MysT outside of the qualifiers, so he is still, he needs to be tested. He needs to be worked. But I do think that he's ready to put CrunCher in a smoothie with a little bit of protein powder and give her. I gotta say, I'm very impressed.
Yeah, and the lab creep for CrunCher right away. The Todd aggressive farm, if you will, maybe a bad omen for CrunCher in the future, but he's gonna go for the lab, gonna go for the consumable. MysT, of course, playing pure standard himself, getting claws of attack, going to try to get level 2, and he's got nice wisp spread already, ready for that expansion attempt. And I said we're not going to see a one-base play from CrunCher, but only time will tell.
Yeah, I think the one thing that CrunCher has not been able to shake is this ability to creep so efficiently and just go for the hardest stuff all the way and the most riskiest of creep camps and just nail it. There's the level 2, Invuln Pot, not a bad item, and just a very clean creep camp from him, and he's going to be able to continue to go across the map and show. But I do got to say, like, the map awareness is very good from MysT as well. He's going to know exactly where CrunCher is. He obviously knows he's on the right side of the map, and there's 2 wisps going over to the right side. Could this be like an early expo? Could this be just more wisp scouting? But right now, CrunCher is just so far on his way to a level 3 pretty smoothly.
Yeah, CrunCher with not building a ton of lumber peasants, but he is getting that 4th farm at the lab. I'm still waiting to see if we're going to see a tech or not. Of course, on Concealed Hill, it's a difficult expansion to creep, so generally you wait until nighttime to call those militia and go across, but CrunCher is not going back home. He does tech, and I am wrong yet again. History repeats itself, but MysT going into the base with the treants, but the Arcane done perfectly on time.
Few peasants here are pretty low, but the keeper is also pretty low on mana, so I'm not too sure if he can pick off any. He does get 1 peasant on the way out, which, I mean, is better than nothing, but he's also going to scout, like, the farms, the awareness, everything's going. CrunCher is just going for that level 3, and he's going to get it pretty soon. I think this camp does secure it. It's going to be close. Oh, it's so close, actually.
Yeah, one wisp away. And, the footman that was in the base for CrunCher earlier in MysT base managed to pressure a lot of those wisps. Oh, no, this wisp will give level 3. It's got to be detonated. It's not detonated, Ricky. That is a complete disaster because now CrunCher going to be able to save up that lumber that he would have otherwise used to creep those turtles, and he's going to have level 3 much earlier, have that extra mana from the level up much earlier, and now MysT going to have to defend these level 2 water elementals.
Oh, that's a really good point. I don't see CrunCher leaving this position anytime soon. And we saw earlier in the European, Blade able to just absolutely destroy Night Elf with a couple of footies and Archmage. Yeah. And CrunCher is definitely of that caliber. And this could be a very big push. This level 3 is going to give CrunCher a big boost. But right now, just backing off right now, maintaining his map control. But yeah, that's a big ups as Defend just starts to get research as well.
Yeah, I'm wondering what the follow-up will be for CrunCher. We've seen Beastmaster 2nd, we've seen Tier 2 expansions, we've seen Naga 2nd, but we've seen Blood Mage 2nd even, but that's typically against Demon Hunter 1st. But there's a lot of options on the human side of things, and the response from MysT is going to have to be calculated and precise regardless. But the Hunter's Hall is coming up. He's trying to get his level 3 on his Keeper, but he's going to be denied that for now. And the Footmen come in, and as you said, they have Defend, they're ready to brawl.
Pretty good timing from CrunCher, denying this level 3, just being super annoying right now. And keeping the pressure on. Archer's going to have to soak up a lot of this moon juice, and this is actually a pretty good timing, and it's just in time for Defend, actually. Defend pops right now as we speak, and CrunCher's going to keep this pressure on. There goes the Defend, and MysT has got to micro really well to hold this.
It's going to be difficult. Generally, you would like to have level 3 Keeper for level 2 Entangle. That is your response to these Footmen, but without that, it's not 1 Entangle, 1 kill. It's the Archmage going to get a couple of Archers as it looks, and now the Footmen splitting off onto the Wisp, splitting off onto the Archers, and the follow-up isn't even here yet for CrunCher. MysT is definitely going to have to defend without taking too much damage. That Naga from the Tavern is going to help, but the Moon Juice is going to be quite low by the time this inevitable timing comes in for CrunCher.
Yeah, so Mountain King second for CrunCher. It looks like maybe an Arcane Sanctum lagging behind. We did see a Rifleman build, and it's coming across the map. Is CrunCher going to fully commit to this? I'm not too sure. There we go. There's the Sanctums going down. So it looks like CrunCher just wants to go into Rifle Caster for now while he keeps this pressure on. Double Lures in the base, but they're so early, and CrunCher's right here, Carson.
Perfect timing for CrunCher, and that's what the level 3 does. That's what keeping the Footmen alive does, but a couple of them are now going to fall. If MysT can clean up these Footmen, it will significantly lower the strength of the push that will come from CrunCher. But yeah, it's going to be 3 Footmen, but for both lures, it's well worth the trade. And the Reverse Rifle comes in, almost another Water Elemental available for the Archmage as well, but MysT is going to clean up the Footmen. And yes, both lures got canceled, but these are good Footmen kills he's getting.
Not a bad hold, but my question to you is, how does he creep this Mountain King now? He's lost almost a lot of the units.
Yeah, this is typically why you wouldn't go for Mountain King second. You'd instead go for something that's better on level 1, like a Naga, like a Blood Mage that isn't good on level 1, but is good on level 2, like an Alchemist at times, but that's more against a Warden. But Mountain King, you're absolutely right, it's going to be stuck on level 1 for quite a while.
I wonder if CrunCher just sticks around and tries to bolt Archers just for the sake of, listen, I don't know if I can creep. I want to stick around. I want to slow you down while I start to build this big army, and that might be the game plan here. But I don't see any like big way to creep unless he's going to pull Militia, but yeah, he did lose quite a bit. 2 rifles. It's really just 2 rifles and 2 heroes at this point.
We're going to see those lures at last get up, but it's going to be quite a while. And for now, MysT is going to be looking to put on some aggression. His Ancient War is a little bit late to move over to the lab, or else the Naga would probably be creeping that right now. But the Keeper with the level 3 is going to be able to start pressuring these rifles. That might be very close to a kill. No, the Priest is going to help for now, but if the Naga comes in with the Archers, that'd be a dead rifle, because of course Adapt is not even being researched yet.
Oh, this Archmage hits like a truck, and MysT is trying to put on damage. The Naga is almost completely out of mana, and that's going to be no Frost Arrow at all anymore. And CrunCher's starting to sustain himself. 40 supplied, the army's starting to get really big, and now not only can he creep, but he can still put on pressure. And like you said, these lures are late. I mean, this is the first Dryad coming out. Second lure still busy being built. And CrunCher's built himself a lot of time to come out, and now a nice big pull from CrunCher that if he lands the Ogre Lord, could be a great item.
Yeah, MysT seems a little bit timid. He thinks he's being pushed right now. He saw the Militia coming across, and he thinks, is CrunCher going for the push right now? But CrunCher's taking the red camp, and MysT not going for that lab that he could be creeping right now. He needs to get that level 3 Naga. He needs to ideally be cutting off reinforcements with this Keeper. He's going to start creeping now, but in the meantime, what did CrunCher get? Medallion of Courage. That's an excellent item. His army's getting stronger with Adept now coming in. I swear he was researching that earlier. Maybe he accidentally canceled the Adept on the Priest, but it's going to be here soon regardless.
I wonder if CrunCher no manner expands here, because he's keeping the Militia to finish this whole Ogre. I wonder if he's going to expand in the middle of the map.
He's got a power spike right now. It wouldn't be a bad choice. And the high ground is strong in this matchup. It's all ranged units, of course. So.
Oh my. He's going to do it. Oh, this is so ballsy. First of all, very exposed expansion. But if he can get away with this and actually creep up everything around the Night Elf, then he essentially just swallows MysT. I mean, MysT is still going for those early game turtles, Carson. And he'll be able to get it, but if CrunCher wants to take the lab, or right now he's going for the AOW, this army is pretty big. And if you're MysT, you have to, first of all, fight. And CrunCher's going to power build this expansion. Any decent trade for CrunCher could spiral this game really quickly.
Absolutely. And MysT is going to have bears soon, but he needs to wait a little while longer. He, of course, needs to get that Orb of Venom, which he does have, okay? He just also needs to wait for 1 or 2 more bears. Of course, this will be a Tier 3 against Tier 2 army, in which CrunCher is going to have to deal some damage, like you said, early, or else the bears are going to completely wipe the floor with him. But for now, he kills the Ancient of War. He's just being aggressive as a front to secure this expansion. I doubt he's going to commit in too hard unless he can get some serious damage done.
Buying enough time for this expansion. It's almost up. It's about 3/4 power built. Pretty good. He's going to be able to get the shop. And yeah, MysT is giving him a lot of respect, but he still doesn't have bear form. So what can he really do? It's just about to finish, and he'll have 2 as the second one pops out of that lore. Is that enough to hold this? Carson, there's no slow, but...
It should be good enough. He doesn't have a lot of mana on his Naga, but he's got the Orb of Venom. He should be trying to poke with the Orb of Venom as best he can. He's got to be really careful to not rally this bear too far out of the base. Oh, it's walking into range. Oh, no, this could be a disaster. He's going to have to staff this out, most likely. Okay, no, he rejuves, and then morphs into bear form. Staff's going to have to be used on the Naga, but the Mountain King going to be forcing that invuln pot early. MysT putting in some good damage, but he's got to be careful of this next Stormbolt and a Town Portal out preemptively. Oh, the Naga, though!
Not going to save the Naga. The Naga goes down. It's a big pickoff, and now the TP kind of favors CrunCher as he can just continue to kite this if he wants. He doesn't have to commit to this. He still has the expansion, like we said, so he doesn't need to get any more value right now. The Mountain King getting a little bit of trouble, but a quick dispel from CrunCher. And now the Bolt on the Keeper. No way! It's just over?
That was from downtown, as you might say, if you were a commentator in an RTS game, and he managed to get both heroes and gets game one in dominant fashion with not the craziest of strategies, just sort of kept fighting and kept trading well.
Yeah, that was as clean of a rifle push as I've ever seen, I guess. Well, that was one-sided, guys. That was pretty one-sided. Gotta be honest. And it wasn't a flawless game by CrunCher. It was supply blocked for a while, for example. That could have messed with the timings. But MysT just couldn't really catch up with the pace of CrunCher.
Yeah. It seemed a little bit uninspired, honestly, for a little bit from both players. MysT didn't do anything crazy like I thought he might be doing. He was prepared for the fast expansion, but then didn't really maybe have the clearest of idea of how to transition once that expansion didn't come. And for CrunCher, he'd kind of just built rifles and walked across the map. So, I do fear for CrunCher if that's the sort of strategies he's bringing to the table. But still, if you get the W, you get the W.
A good horse only jumps as high as it has to, or something.
Solid.
Because I don't you were right. Like, usually, how do you creep this MK? But 2 rifles and the heroes were enough. I wonder if that was his game plan to just bring pressure to MysT, because MysT, like, this is his first big competition in a while. He stated before, I'm almost a little nervous here. So if you don't allow him to get into the flow of the game, then if you just disrupt it so early, I think it's a good plan, to be honest.
It did seem like, Carson, correct me if I'm wrong, but CrunCher, solid moments, but nothing crazy.
No.
That was kind of MysT giving a lot of respect, kind of playing too passive. I mean, took him almost 10 minutes to creep those turtles. But it seemed like CrunCher, a little bit, I've never seen him go across with 2 heroes and try to make it work. So he kind of got, in a good spot. I don't want to say lucky, because he's definitely earned it. He had the map awareness the whole game, but not as smooth as I've seen it. And MysT definitely needs to do something. I mean, he needs to do something.
Well, CrunCher got a Medallion of Courage from that red camp in the middle, but perhaps his Archmage spawned with Fear Aura, Ricky.
Yeah, that's a new feature. Remo Demon, the Blizzard team, really put in a new patch there. The Fear Aura. They wanted to put on the Farseer with the Farsight, but that didn't work out. So, the Fear Aura. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but it looked like MysT was full of fear. Neo.
Yeah, really hopeful that he got some backup from the community. Maybe a little chit chat with Forks. Little prep talk with Pado. CrunCher is super relaxed. He got a little snack in between games and now ready to rock again, as it seems. I really hope MysT has a plan B for now, because Concealed already was his map.
That's exactly what I was just about to say. Yeah, I hope we see something new from MysT here. I hope we see... I mean, it doesn't have to be pure standard, right? We could see lots of different strategies, especially in this matchup. We're going to see lots of different aggressive styles, as we saw from CrunCher. CrunCher wasn't playing standard there, so no reason for MysT to stick to his guns if that is standard. I'd like to see something new.
All right, then. Let's move over. Second map. Match points for CrunCher. Last Refuge.
All right, everybody. In the chat, MysT needs your support. He needs to do it. We want the upset. We want to see Brazil take a match today. We want to see CrunCher get upset. Spam your lists to help MysT in the bottom left and the top right. We, of course, do have CrunCher, and MysT, Ricky, is mixing it up a little bit. We're going to have, I think, the Beastmaster.
Yeah, you know what? I like this a lot. A big change up. Definitely needed to shake something up. I was going to say he needs to pull like a rabbit out of the hat right now. You're down 0-1. Yeah, we knew day one was going to be rough for the Brazilians. Don't get me wrong. You're getting Hitman and CrunCher. You're getting the golden goose, if you would. The cream of the crop, if you would. The diamonds in the rough.
Yeah,
and that is NA.
You know, he's not going to pull a rabbit out of a hat, but maybe MysT is going to pull a bear out of a hat.
Perhaps a quill beast of sorts. Yeah, he definitely
maybe
needs.
A hawk. Probably not.
Yeah, probably not the hawk, but maybe. Level 2 hawk is actually really good.
Pretty good. Can kill towers, can kill footmen, kill water elementals. Very diverse unit.
Can't kill happy though. Oh, that was bad. Sorry. Maybe this season.
Maybe Beastmaster. It used to be played. You know, Night Elf Mirror used to be Beastmaster versus Beastmaster in 2004. I don't know if you know that. Beastmaster Mirror in Night Elf Mirror.
I do know that now.
Yeah,
CrunCher, I want to see. I mean, we know Last Refuge. CrunCher's going to go for that Merc camp. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's going to go for the big camps. He knows the max efficiency, and he's going to do it. We're going to see this footy pull the Merc camp, and just a fast level 2. Could be Scourge Bone Chimes. Could be a really good item as well. But yeah, the OS is on MysT to get something going here, and the Beastmaster could do that, especially if he's able to creep this. So I'm excited to see what MysT brings to the table. Obviously, this is the start of a big change up for the series, and he's not showing that much fear from the fear aura this time, Carson.
Yeah, I like this strategy. I have always been a fan of it, especially on Last Refuge. And CrunCher, of course, he needs to go for the lab. It's going to be crucial for him to have those Troll Shadow Priests to deal with the summons or to deal with the entangle that he might have faced. So he's going to be playing it safe, going to get level 3, and probably going to be seeing a macro game. I'm wondering if we're going to see from this. There's two sides to the coin that is the Beastmaster in this matchup. You can play the macro game. It's good in the late. You can even get a second hero, Demon Hunter, Panda with it. Or you can play the all-in 2 Ancient of War, the all-in Mass Archers, Mass Huntresses, Ancient Protectors. You can see 2 different styles. So I'm wondering what MysT is going to go for.
Also wondering what CrunCher is going to go for, as we see 2 farms. Third one being built at the Merc camp, but everything's pointing towards maybe teching. We're not too sure yet, but yeah, Carson, you said the Beastmaster has, like, where do you get that power spike? Is it immediately at level 2? Do you wait for level 3? Where can MysT start to take over on this map? What is he looking for?
Yeah, generally you can either walk straight across the map from the tavern and start to pressure the human if they're going for a very early expansion, which is not too uncommon for a human to go immediately for that expansion out of the altar, in which case you can do that. But if not, it's going to be level 3 on that Beastmaster, especially before that second Troll Shadow Priest is available. We can see 70 seconds until it's available at CrunCher's Mercenary Camp. So before that's available, level 3 Beastmaster can be extremely powerful.
And we're seeing MysT. He's going for that big camp as well. The Merc camp with the AOW going to provide great support. Should be able to clean this up relatively easy. And CrunCher is not going to tech right now, Carson. Defend researched and the expansion. The Wisp was there, but it died.
Yeah.
So he's aware that something's a brewing, but I don't think he actually got full confirmation, because that might have been the Archmage just going across the map. I don't know if he saw the militia.
Yeah, he might have not, actually. So MysT is probably going to be looking to go across the map regardless, but the question of whether or not to expand, a counter-expand that would be, is going to be still in his head. A question that's not answered, but the level 3 in the Beastmaster, he gets a Flute of Accuracy, which is going to be excellent for those Quill Beasts, for those Archers, for those Mercenaries. He's going to just continue creeping, as CrunCher is now the one who's going to be a little bit aggressive with that very early defend. This is extremely safe from CrunCher.
Yeah, and you know what? This could actually be a very good position to catch out MysT and take the fight to him. I mean, the Beastmaster's been creeping out like crazy. True Shot War is great, by the way, on these Archers and Berserkers. But here comes the defended footies with the Archmage 3 with boots. And he's going to be able to keep up with this Priest. This Priest is so important to get rid of right off the bat, and he does.
Yeah, important.
Watermental's going to stick around.
Yeah, and the bear, you can see just how many abolish magics it takes to get rid of that bear, which is why having that second priest early is very crucial. We actually see a Wisp delaying the building of the town hall by MysT. It's blocking where those peasants wanted to start constructing. But the protest is over, and the town hall will be built, and now the Beastmaster is being pressured a ton.
Cute blocks from this Archmage with the boots. Can definitely keep up, and the Beastmaster might have to get in a little bit of trouble. Does back off for now, but this is still a very big army from CrunCher that MysT has not been able to deal with, Carson. And there's only a shop, there's no lures, and MysT just sends everything back because he knows that this is going to be a big focal point is defending these lures if they do go up.
Yeah.
But the shop right now is going to get canceled right away, and there's not much that MysT can do. MysT gets Beastmaster, Naga from the Tavern. He's going to come back, but this is a tough hold, Carson. This might be 2 quick ones.
Yeah, and again, this doesn't cancel the shop, and now CrunCher is in position right when the lures would have gone up with defend. This bear is going to be crucial. This is something that was missing last game, of course, a good normal damage source to deal with these footmen, but it's going to have to go back and help defending against these footmen. A couple of units are going down for both sides, but remember, CrunCher, he's about to be mining on 2 bases, so it's not as though they just need to get out of this even. They need to get out of this with MysT being ahead for him to have a chance.
Also, I mean, MysT scouted this expansion of CrunCher, but there's absolutely nothing he can do about it. CrunCher's done such a great job of keeping MysT not only on the other side of the map, but locked in his own base, trying to defend 2 water elementals. There's nothing you can do without that Shadow Priest. These water elementals are getting insane value right now with the Archmage. They hit so good. He's almost going to get this Naga, but the Naga's going to have to waste every single drop.
You gotta pull Wisps here, Miss. You gotta get rid of these water elementals. There's 3 on top, and now he's going to do it. Plenty of experience, almost level 2 on the Naga, almost level 4 on the Beastmaster. So at the end of the day, lots of experience, and if you can get that, it seems a whiles away at this point, but if you can get that level 5 Beastmaster before there's a big caster army, as CrunCher's still on tier 1, hasn't teched, that can really be what carries MysT. And he's getting close to defending this pressure, but he's very low on Moonwell mana.
Yeah, CrunCher's been able to hold the expansion, but no tech just yet. There's still a lot of archers scattered all over the map. MysT needs to figure out where everything is. A couple more archers dying on the top of the map to a footy and a priest. MysT not paying attention, going to lose a little bit for that. And those are precious units that I don't think he wanted to lose, but he's trying to go for the priest of CrunCher. He does get 1, possibly another. The Beastmaster in the mid. Naga, tons of mana, Carson. He hasn't skilled the second ability yet, but I would love to see. Yeah, he hasn't skilled it yet, but I would love to see. There we go. Now he does, and I would love to. Yeah, get the damage in there.
I love me some Fork Lightning, man. I try it out. I love it. The bear is dealing with a water elemental to the south, but it will soon expire, and the Beastmaster are going to be very low on friends soon enough. The lore has come up, but is in an exposed position. There's not a ton of lumber to repair, if that's what MysT needs to do. Not a ton of health, and the Beastmaster is going to fall. GG is called, and CrunCher takes the 2